Alright, Voyages lesson for Friday. We're starting our adverb unit on page 91. So make sure you have your book and your pencil and your highlighter. And then, of course, we got to do our daily maintenance. I'm trying to get back to it here. That would be on page 88. We are in unit 6, and our 6.1 is our lesson for today. So, we'll be working on some diagramming. We still know how to do all of the diagramming, so there's not going to be anything added new to this unit. We learned all of the things we had to do at the very beginning of the year. We're just kind of reminding ourselves as we go through. So we start with the tall giraffe is eating green leaves. All right, so the first question is, what is our verb phrase? Our helping verb with our action verb. And I'm going to write that down. I want you to write it down in your book. All right, let's compare. Did you write is eating? Good job. Erase it and change it if you did not. Number 2, what is the plural noun in this sentence? Which noun tells more than one? Now I'm writing it down. You should be writing it in your book. Did you write leaves? If not, please fix it. Number 3, which words are adjectives? Words that describe. And I hear words, so there must be more than one. I'm going to write them down. And I want you to write them as well, and then let's compare. I wrote tall and green. Those are specifically adjectives. The is an article. Technically, it's an adjective, but we don't usually write it if it asks for us to write or underline or highlight the adjectives. Just regular ones, not the articles. All right, let's do our diagramming, and then we'll check it together. And you'll notice on this one that you don't have your pre-made lines. You got to do them all by yourself. So this is the first time. Let's see how you do. I'm pretty sure you can do it. And if you have a little problem, you can always fix it, because this is practice. And thankfully they didn't throw in a whole bunch of compounds. All right, so this is what it should look like. I hope yours does too. And you had to draw your own lines for the first time. So I have giraffes as my subject. The and tall tell more about giraffes, so they go underneath on diagonal lines. Then I have my large line that splits the subject and the predicate. I put my verb phrase is eating. I use my short line to show that this is an object, and that's where I put leaves. Giraffe is eating leaves, and then green tells more about giraffe, so it goes down below leaves with a diagonal line. So that is what it should look like. I hope yours does. I wish I could have been in the classroom to see you guys all do that for the first time on your own and do it just super, super good. I know you would do it super well. Okay, so let's flip to 91 and let's grab our highlighters. Yeah, we're going to do highlighters at the beginning and then pencils on the middle too. So we're going to find adverbs pretty much today. And we have practiced with adverbs, with our bump sentences, adding them in from time to time. They tell us more about the verb. That's what we were working on the most before we got sent home. And we were working on words that tell when and where and how something happened. And most of the time we added adverbs before the verb. Sometimes you can add them at the beginning of the sentence. Sometimes they come at the end of the sentence. a great many adverbs end in that ly. So today, that's what we're going to focus on, are adverbs that end in ly. So when you're looking in the sentence, you are looking for the word that is describing that ends in an ly. It can come right before the verb. It can come right after the verb. It can come at the beginning of the sentence. It can come at the end of the sentence. So you just have to be really careful when you're looking for it, and I want you to highlight it. Let's walk slowly through the garden. Okay, so my describing word, adverb that ends in ly, is slowly. Slowly. Okay? But not every adverb ends in ly, so we're going to do number 2 together as well. The ones that you find that might not tell you end in ly are the ones that tell when and where. So your time order words or your place words. So in sentence number 2, I have, today I'm going to finish the book. I have a time order word at the beginning of the sentence. That is an adverb that tells when. So for number 2, you should highlight today. And then I'm going to have you try 3 through 8 on your own and just see how you do, since you've already had some practice with that. Then for 9 through 14 and 15 through 18, you're going to add adverbs to the sentences. For 9 through 14, you don't have to worry about the spelling. You just have to pick the one that makes the most sense in the sentence. Number 15 through 18, you're going to have to do some fixing of spelling. So we have nervously, often, yesterday, tomorrow, slowly, and there as adverb choices for 9 through 14. Number 9, the shy girl blank stepped on stage. Which word would describe the way she would step? I'm going to write it down on the board, the one I would pick. I want you to write what you would pick on line number 9. And I would have put nervously. Hopefully that's the one you picked as well, because that's the correct one. So for 9 through 14, you're picking which word in the box makes the most sense by adding an adverb to the sentence. Remember that you need to finish 3 through 8 on your own. You could have paused the video and done it now or done it at the end. You need to do 10 through 14 on your own. You can pause the video and do it now or do it on your own at the end. And then last part is 15 through 18. And here we're going to write the adverb that completes the sentence. We have an adverb indicator at the end of the sentence. We're going to make up our own adverb, but it's going to tell us what kind we have to put in the sentence. So in parentheses after 15, it says we have to add one that tells how. That means it's going to end in an ly if it says how. So it says Sandra blank finished her homework. So you can, so we can make up a word. I'm going to make up the word finally. I think that fits well in the sentence. Sandra finally finished her homework. That tells how. It also tells when, but it tells how. It tells us that it took her a long time. All right, so you maybe used a different one as long as it makes sense. You're going to finish 16, 17, and 18, and you're going to read me those sentences to tell me your response, so I know that you understand writing adverbs in sentences. Okay, see you Monday.